So how did you get into working with polymer clay?
Well, I've worked with polymer clay for a really long time, before it was a medium for art dolls. So I was familiar with it when I started making art dolls. So it wasn't really a foreign material to me at all. I was making little dogs and little earrings and things. I was selling them at boutiques and things like that. So when I discovered the world of doll making, that's when I really saw the beauty of the material. You know, it's for details and stuff. It was just mind blowing how exciting the material was, as opposed to like porcelain or clay or even like a paper mache. And it was a question how long ago?
How did you get into it?
How did I get into it? Okay, so I was doing that, and then I was in a department store and I saw this Santa on the shelf. You know, they have those from China. And I thought, I bet I could make that out of polymer clay. And I did. I made one, and it was pretty good for my first time. And I thought to myself, I bet there's other people doing this. I bet I'm not just some genius, the only one that figured this out. So I went online and I found Jack Johnson's school academy for making dolls. And turns out it was a big thing, and there are people doing it, and so I was just hooked from there. I just signed up on one of his classes, and him and I became really good friends, and it just went from there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is there a part of making a doll that you find most challenging?
The armature. That is the most challenging thing that from the beginning to even now. Designing it, you have something in your mind and you know how you want it to be, but if that armature isn't, right on, your image in your head won't, they don't mesh. So that is a challenge always. I like to think that I've figured it out, but every once in a while I'll think I want to do something different, and I'll look at how to do it, and it's a thinking game. And I'm not really a thinker.
What aspect of creating a doll do you find most rewarding?
Gosh, that's a good one. There's a lot of aspects, but I would have to say the costuming if I was going to pick something, because you get a doll that looks good, before you costume it, but then you get a good costume on it, and it just wow, it changes the game all the way. So yeah, I would say definitely the costuming.
And then one more. What would you tell to someone who is just starting in this field of creating dolls with polymer clay?
Well, I get to answer that a lot because I teach classes all over the country, so I get a lot of beginners, and I would say the most important thing is not to get frustrated and not to give up. Just to keep making, even if your doll that you've created isn't exactly what you had in mind, just make another and just keep going and going and not give up. It's one of those things where it's just like playing a musical instrument. You just have to keep practicing and doing it over and over and over until nobody walked off and played Beethoven perfectly the first time they tried it. So it takes years to hone this craft, just like any art. So don't give up.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.